Okay, it seems that this thing is on. Alright, hello everyone. Hello Chuya, hello Mars, hello Golden Bones. Long time no see. It has been a while. It has been a while. I can only do stream for a little bit because there are company over at the kingdom today. So we're gonna see where we last left off. I honestly don't remember where we last left off. But we'll figure it out. How's everyone doing? It's nice to see everyone again. Yes, you're doing good. That's very good. Alright, let's just get right into the case since we don't have that much time. We're already like 15 minutes in, so we only have like an hour 45 to go. Let's see. We were on episode 5, Rise from the Ashes, day 2, trial former. I suppose. Alright. February 23, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Lana. Oh, okay, hold on, let me lower this down. Here we go. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is a big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis! Oh, right! These two were sisters, and they have like a very big resemblance to the two people that Phoenix Wright knows. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? Stella, we've all missed you. Glad to see you back. It's been an interesting time with both me and Ashezi being busy, but now we're back. A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. Hello, Brittany. It felt like we were hibernating. It did feel like we were hibernating, yeah. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you are not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Oh no, it's trial time. I don't even remember the case. Good luck, Mr. Wright. I'm going to need it. I should have looked back at the VODs. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. It's a nice day today. Gonna be grilling later. So, Lana's the executioner? I think Lana is being put on trial for something that I don't remember. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 9. Alright.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright.
Oh.
I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow. He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand.
The cough-up queen?
Oh my god, I forgot that she was a baddie! Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Caviar? I've never eaten caviar before.
Judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
Oh, this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck? What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? The pink lady from the first game.
Name, profession, now.
Me? My name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Star.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that keeps visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes. The crime took place by a car in the back of the A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was the valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Alright, we got the parking lot floor plans.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Oh yes, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it?
Jason!
Well, Even R, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the kingdom. I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star.
Wait, are they talking about me? Even if she, I would still date her. I mean, what? Julia. I mean, true, I would still date her. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work? Oh. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. And then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, cross-examination. Alright, let's see. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, but their methods are ugly and twisted. The necklace is an octopus weenie. Wow. I want to try those. They just look cute. I know it's really just a hot dog, but they look cute. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. Oh, she has a motive. She has a motive. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
that boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in block A.
Is it?
Let me look at the plans. Oh, I can also... Okay. We got Goodman's ID. He's a good man. Police department. Okay. There's nothing else to look. Name and ID are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use it for? Letters, silly. The reason written in language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bryce Guzman. Yabba-dab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba-dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. That's my point. Tee. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, victim's memo. 675-12-2. We have the work of art. We have Goodman's autopsy. Death due to loss of blood, one knife wound, died within half an hour. We have King of Prosecutors trophy. We have Edgeworth's knife. Parking stub. Let me check the parking lot floor plans. Alright. This is very true. Okay. She's saying the truth here, so... Then we have a cell phone with a call on the day of the murder. Let's press here. Oh wait, we didn't even have to press it. She was still talking. Oops. It's up there on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I am a visitor now, I park in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You sensed something? So you're saying you had the premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy, with experience on the streets, a greenhorn.
And it must be hard yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief's prosecutor standing next to Gar's car. How can you tell it was the prosecutor? By Garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's.
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you were sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. 30 feet away is crazy, though. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. No, we have proof. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be regulated to the lowly post of a lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a photo. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. This is most certainly the defendant. What if it's not her? What if it's the lady dressed up as her? It's a black and white image. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Oh gosh. Tell me more about the knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg from my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have a better metaphor. The defendant was holding a knife. What then? And she thrust the pointing tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defendant has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. Hello, Walter. Hope you have a wonderful day, too. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Oh yeah, I am streaming today. Yep, Ace Attorney stream. On the schedule. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Oh wait, I didn't press this, huh? How did you know? I respect that the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. If their methods are ugly and twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something— oh wait, I've said this before. Do I have anything that I can present? Let's take a look at this. Huh. There's nothing out of the ordinary with and a murder weapon. Wait, you pictured Edgeworth as an outdoorsman? Alright, let's go back. Enter the lot at 5:12 p.m. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught in this whole affair. Oh, I don't know what to do. Wait. Edgeworth came in at 5. Autopsy said died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Between 4 p.m. and 5:30. Never mind. Single stab wound was found. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? Okay. So we don't need to push that again. I feel dumb. Parking lot A. Are we sure this is her? I really don't think it's... I really don't think it's her. Let's see, does she have any contradictions? Send something. Okay, through the wire fence, I saw holding a knife, then she thrust pointy tip. Okay, always knew this day would come. Deliver lunchbox to my boyfriend, send something, perhaps this finally heard. Through the wire fence, I saw... Is there a wire fence? Okay, there is a wire fence. But if she took a picture, how did she get it so, like... How did she get it so clear? Oh wait, no, it's through the wire fence. Gosh, this is hard. Next to the garish car. Scratching my head. Chief prosecutor holding a knife in her right hand. Let's look at the knife. Does it say... I don't know what this memo is. Press the pointy tip of the knife into the man's chest. Well, let me see the autopsy. It's in the chest, right? from chest. What do you? Okay, chest wound. 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found. This is too tight knit. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to. I hit objection by accident. Frick. I was trying to go back. Can we save here real quick? In this photograph, she doesn't look like she's holding the knife, but also it's after. I don't think so. Stress. Ooh. Okay, not that one. Let me press this again, see if there's something. Okay. Remembering. No further than 30 feet away is crazy, though. How do you know it was her? Through the wire fence. How can 30 feet? Isn't 30 feet kind of far? I can't tell. I'm really bad with measurements. Oh, I need like a breakthrough moment. And let's see. Yes. Security guard. Okay. Security guard room. No, is in the lot in A block. Up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. Parked in B block. She was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Wait. security room is over here. There's this wall covering where the car that had it here, so security couldn't have seen it. Hold on. I might be cooking. Let me read this again. Okay, security guard room is in on A block. On the second level so he can see everything. Huh. Let me try presenting the floor plans, even though I don't think that's the answer. You're right, it doesn't reveal any contradiction. Why is this so hard? If I have the case fresh in my mind, her little story is really good though. Like I can't see any contradictions. He thrust the pointy tip of the knife on Goodman's chest. The pointy tip. Then wouldn't the blood be on the tip? It's not on the tip, it's on the side, kinda. No! How? Ooh. Holding a knife in her right hand. Did I try presenting the photo? She's not holding a knife in this photo, I think. Oh! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection? That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph.
Oh yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. It could be.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea?
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture in the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Man, good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Ugh!
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. She can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. Yeah. Alright. What do we have to prove that it's not premeditated? Von Karma. How do I... Can I listen to what this says again? This doesn't help. Okay, go back. At 5:18 on the day of the murder. 5:12. The murder took place 3 minutes after. Oh shoot. I went by too fast, too fast. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Why is this in here? What does this have to do with anything? Alright. No prints. How? But this wasn't, she wasn't anywhere here. This is like, this is at like the detective place. She's not a detective. She's a prosecutor. She wouldn't be at the police station. There's a handprint on here, but like, why is this here again? I can't even click on it to check anything. Why? $6.75, 12.2. Handprint seems sus. I'm not gonna, it's gonna do nothing. Watch. Alright, let's see. Let me save. Let me look at the photograph. Does she always use gloves? I can't remember seeing her. I feel like that's just something that she always has. Gloves on. She took the pic herself. Yeah, she said she witnessed the murder and she took a pic of it. She took a picture. She came to do murder. Wait, she didn't come to do murder? That's not the reason she was there. I'm pretty sure the reason she was there was to get an award. Is that what I created? Yes. Her whole thing is that she makes bento boxes. She's like a lunch lady, and she's like... She's very popular because... But like, she's a lunch lady, so she has like this little hot dog octopus, and then she has this, and she says lots of like puns related to bento boxes. I'm gonna try to present this statue. King of Prosecutors Trophy. She was there for this. She wasn't there. Oh, never mind. I thought she was a prosecutor. Who? The girl on the stand? She used to be a prosecutor. She used to be one, and then they laid her off, and now she just like sells like bento boxes, and she kind of hates prosecutors now, which gives her a motive. But yeah, she's just a lunch lady. I think the last statement is still key. It is! I just don't know what to present here. Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. I don't want to just go through everything. Maybe the cell phone? It's not the cell phone. What would it be? I'm just gonna start using everything. Just start aimlessly. Load. One of these has to be the reason. One of these. Do. The knife. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon? A red car? All belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district. Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Yeah. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Wow! Ugh. Ugh.
Order!
Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. No. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him and was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive a human machine to plunge a knife again, to drive the knife in again and again. There's only one stab wound, first of all. Second of all, John Goodman was there for the... There's so many flaws in this! Hold on! He was there for this award. Also, in the autopsy it says that there's only one knife wound. Now you're saying that she's stabbing him? Ooh.
Victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
I don't even have to cross-examine much. I know why they were there. And also, I'm going to show you the autopsy report first. Actually, no. We'll do the award first. Let me save. Let's save first. Oh, dang it. Okay, the other thing that I said. Don't mind me, I should have done the thing I said first. You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. An autopsy report states that the death was due to the loss of blood from one stab wound.
You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really! What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, yes?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. Now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looks like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Red muffler? She doesn't. What's a muffler? It's. Miss Star, I demand you an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady would be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Yo!
Our words were good.
Get her! In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really?
Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. This important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim? This next testimony might be the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You were quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
After the motor tended to run behind a partition off to her side. Let's look at the layout again. Run behind a partition off to her side. The security rooms are there. Wait! I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. How could you do that if there's a— wait. There's a wire fence right here. You can't go to her unless you're already on the other side. You're in the B block. There's a wire fence. You're cringe. What? This game hates me. What do you mean false accusations? Okay, let's start pressing her, because I didn't press anything here, because, well, let's press. So where's the partition in the floor plans? Alright, I'm sure she means
the wall next to the car.
That's right. There was a wall right there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
What did you do then?
You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? Press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunchtime car was... She was a visitor, thus she parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes?
Is that correct, mister? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you? I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The carve-up queen lunch lady that's lead indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Guy not get away? Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? I remembered exactly. I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just the one word?
So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was on her phone. Phone? She can't mean... By phone... Do you mean this cell phone? Discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No! The court doesn't seem, Mr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order.
So she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing witness.
With witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell phone instead. 5:18. 5:12. Do you think you can restate your testimony for the court?
I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. And she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled out her cell phone out of her pocket. During that time,
You climbed over the chain link fence?
you know, they do kind of look the same. Do you see the resemblance that I'm seeing? I feel like she was framed. And when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung her phone.
You saw her doing this?
We're gonna save, and I'm gonna try to use the phone here. Never mind. Go back. How could you see her doing this if she's behind the partition? Question mark? Yeah. To start, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred with personal bias. Well, who would have thought that you would have been my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction in your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at these floor plans. You said you had witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was in the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in Block B, you couldn't have seen it.
What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counter-attack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Gosh. Where she saw it, probably. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, and it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Well, that's the lie I see.
Let's say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
A different location?
Oh, that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. What do you call my lie pointless? At least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. Oh gosh. She would have witnessed it in the security room. There's only one place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There's so many other places she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor, because she could also see the crime scene. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr?
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could have turned.
Today a man has got the better of Angel Star. Oh boy.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I am not turning back. The guilt will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said that she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. This photograph, it was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
Tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said that she saw it from B block. It must be a vital difference, but what? What would change? Oh. Actually, don't know. It's not the lighting one. Distance to the crime? Angle of view of the crime? Let's try distance. It changes the distance between her and the crime scene and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans, it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in the question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness, you.
Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunches have gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend?
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked, so I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block.
It's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. But didn't the crime happen within 3?
5 minutes. This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You've made a point. The spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Oh. I'm gonna try to present something.
Objection!
5 minutes between witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that type pasta to knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of the testimony. Witness has a crush against the defendant and a blink in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close.
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness determination, I allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the lunchline motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't at the crime scene. And now I remember. Now, to the matter of the victim's shoes, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One, of course, the victim's. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all of your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard about this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective, as I mentioned previously. This shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
This guy's gonna be a play.
No. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really.
Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Are we? Yeah, caught against you, witness.
Ugh. So much yawning. Hello, artsy legend. Case is going well. I still don't know what's going on, really, but it's going well. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White enamel shoes bear traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
You should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. No. 2 types of blood. Okay, should prove it. Okay. You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Ricky. Huh? Well, speak up. Oh, well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just 1 person, or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it would be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect found was on the victim's shoe.
Okay.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
Let's look at the shoe. It's evidence now. This blood, it's my sister's blood, right? It appears so. Rose' right hand was bandaged, but I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Look, Chrome! Okay, what about this on the bottom? Okay, there's blood here too. The sole of the shoe, it's got the victims. Must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. What? Might be an important clue. Why would there be? It was a chest wound, right? His blood, he got stabbed in the chest. His blood wouldn't be on the floor. Wait. I'm gonna save before I present anything. Alright, save. Shoot. Just where would I? Other blood type matched with the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Does it show what blood type he is on this? No. Okay, let's present. Oh, it's not this. Go back, go back, go back. I want to present the autopsy because there's no way he would step in his own... Oh. Okay, present. There's not even blood on the ground in the photograph. You see that? This photograph has 0 blood, and it's all on the coat. Ooh. Shoot. I feel like I have the right thing, I just don't know where to present what. Okay, maybe the photograph where there's nothing on the floor. Yes! Unfortunately for you, this shoe is far from being perfect evidence. What? This shoe directly contradicts what we know about the crime. The shoe doesn't fit.
Order, order! You're claiming there's a contradiction with this shoe?
As I said, the shoe doesn't fit what we know about the scene of the crime.
Very well, let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say about the shoe. What about this shoe contradicts what we know about the crime? Show us the evidence.
Take that!
The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that at the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? Why isn't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? As you can see, there were no traces of any footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been other bloody footprints. Awesome, Froggy! And then where are they? Mr. Edgeworth, because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order, order, order. Oh, witness.
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Okay, what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked by to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one, a leopard woman. Oh. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in this lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, is the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the real reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her. Oh no.
That ties up things nicely. Bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clear to this murder. Yet after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. It reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Wait a sec. Didn't she say that she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something! What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. What? Enough. There's no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
The Angel Star is on the prosecutor's side. She could have been lying about the water. No! Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Uh-oh, she didn't like that. She hates prosecutors. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Another?
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of the court. Your threats don't scare the cop-up queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in the photo. It's clearly wet. I've seen the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the scene of the crime was washed with water. Ever seen this game before? It's fun. It's fun if you like investigating and like doing trials and stuff. And you gotta kind of pick out like the contradictions. Kind of hard, but it's really fun. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help it after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I stand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. Trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose we've come this far. We should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photo.
What's this? Actually.
Take that!
What? The problem in this photograph is here. Muffler, wasn't that mentioned before? Muffler was mentioned. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of muffler or scarf in any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see. What's this suspicious looking clock sticking out of the car's mufflers?
So what if there was something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with the case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of glass and muffler is related to the case.
Ah! No! Uh-oh. The word muffler was overheard during a call made by Emma at 518?
Take that!
Miss Starr, recall your testimony to the court. Ah, yes. When I was arrested, she mentioned the muffler. That's when she had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ugh. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. I don't understand what's going on still. Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have that car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until we've seen all evidence. Agreed!
I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? To be continued! Okay, this is a good stopping point. Since we have guests over. We're gonna save. Alright. Sorry the stream is shorter than usual. There are people over at the house, so I have to skedaddle. I'll see you guys next week. Schedule will come out either today or tomorrow, depending. For the Americans, have a good Memorial Day, and for everyone else, have a good day. Alright? See you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.
Objection! Objection! Hold it! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Objection!